welcome. Good afternoon.
Hello.
How's it going, Andy?
Hi.
Oh, Andy, I thought you'd frozen. Look at
No,
you
I'm
there.
here. Hello.
It's just your smiling, happy face. Hello,
That's
everyone.
I'm just a positive force.
Just
for
a
this-
positive guy.
for this world.
Yeah. Welcome to Challenge of the Week on this Wednesday evening. Good appropriate
It's
time zone
December.
greeting to you. It's the second. Is it the 2nd of December?
2nd of
Be
December.
already?
How did that happen?
Firmly into Mickle Nights.
What's
Already opened the door.
Oh.
Marked number 2 on my advent
Your
calendar.
beer, you've already crushed beer number
I've
2
already
in your
crushed
beer
beer.
advent calendar.
No, it's in the fridge for afterwards, after we
I
celebrate.
can't believe you have
You're
to
not
drink a
drinking it
beer
right
every
now.
day before breakfast.
I've got
That's
tea in my
wild.
giant mug at the moment. So.
Yeah, tea. Yeah, right. All right.
It
It's a
is tea.
7.6% IPA. That's what's in there.
How's
Makes
everyone
exotic note.
doing in the chat? I notice a lot of people are saying trunk with power.
A lot of people
think-
saying trunk.
I think
What?
that's just a coincidence. They all just decided to say that at the same time.
They were all just inspired to proclaim trunk with power.
Yeah.
Wait, what was
Or-
Mike? What was Luke playing?
Hyrule Warriors
Oh.
expansion or something like that.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like, was he playing Demon Souls? In which case, is there an elephant boss in Demon Souls?
God, I hope not.
It's either that or
horrifying it
it's
would
like
look.
a like a happening style thing where everyone is
Yeah.
is having the same sort of shared
Yeah,
consciousness
plants.
moment. They're all,
Plant
plants are
spores
taking
got into
over.
everyone's brains.
Yeah, or elephant spores.
Elephant spores got into everyone's
They do
brains.
release a cloud of spores.
Well, this has already gone horribly, horribly wrong. Welcome, though, to Challenge of the Week. Today's challenge of the week is the Guess the Game Font Challenge. Yes, it's here at last. I ask you to recognise games and identify them only from their branding and typography. Now, won't that be a treat?
Yeah. Few comments here saying that you're kind of echoey, Jane. Is there anything you're not muted in?
Is there anything
That
I'm not
might be
muted
causing
in?
an echo. For example, Discord.
Ooh, Discord might be the thing.
I am fully muted. My microphone is a little bit echoey today, but
Maybe that's it.
okay. Well, Mike, you can hear how the stream sounds. Let me know how I sound. I think it might just be that I'm using a different kind of microphone to Mike and Andy, so I'm not.
Some people suggesting maybe just drop the gain a little bit on
Okay.
the mic.
That's making me a little bit quieter today. Anyway, so how do you feel about fonts, everybody?
I'm super excited by them.
I love
watched
fonts.
the Helvetica documentary. I thought it was great. So yeah,
There was a documentary about Helvetica.
Yeah, it's famous. It won awards and stuff. So
I
there
think,
you go.
Andy, are you intimidated? That sounds like all the training you need to absolutely smash this game font quiz.
Yeah, exactly.
I know
Yeah.
all the fonts.
Okay,
I know
tell me.
Times New Roman.
That's a classic. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good one.
Times New Roman Italic.
Times
Times New
yeah.
Roman Bold.
Bold,
Times New
let's not
Times
forget.
New Greek. Times New Viking.
About Windings, how do you feel about Windings?
Love Windings.
Love Windings. Love those
love
Windings,
that. Love a
Yep,
little
love
bit of
that
chaos in my fonts.
Garamond. That's a font.
Gareth?
Sounds like a biscuit.
Yeah, it sounds
Courier.
like a delicious biscuit.
Courier New.
That's the one that
Courier-
looks like a
Courier-
typewriter. Yeah.
Courier Old, probably. is in there as
Courier
well.
Young.
Courier
Yeah.
contemporary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got 22 items in today's quiz, so let's
Jokerman.
get rolling. What?
Jokerman font.
What is that?
It's got all like weird lines and stuff. It's very
Has it?
fun. It's
Oh,
a very
okay.
fun font.
I know Trajan. Do you remember Trajan? The Avatar
yes.
font. Yep.
Yes. Papyrus.
I think we've
These
gone
are all-
wrong.
yeah.
I think we're either plumbing new depths or achieving new heights of internet content with the game font.
Where do we stand? Where do we
quiz.
stand on Comic Sans, you guys? Where do we stand
Love
on
it.
Comic Sans?
I think we've come full circle and we
Absolutely love it.
appreciate it in an do we appreciate it in an ironic way yet?
We appreciate it for probably it's like easy to read for people who have trouble reading other fonts.
hey.
I would like the
Like-
entire
Yes.
running order for my funeral to be
Yeah.
printed in Comic Sans, please.
Exactly. Check your
And the
privilege,
gravestone
Comic Sans
engraving
haters.
as well.
Yeah, you're great. All right.
Okay,
we
all
have to
right.
make sure that Mike's gravestone is engraved.
That's
in
a
Comic
matter of
Sans.
legal record now.
That is.
It is,
That's
yeah.
a living will.
That's like joining the donor
now.
registry. When
Yeah.
Mike
You can be my executors, assuming you're going to live longer than me.
when Mike eventually goes in like 300 years time,
Safe assumption.
we have to.
Do I look like the kind of person who's going to last for 300 years?
Well,
300 days would be a.
This is a man who
Pretty good
drinks a large beer every morning before breakfast during
Yeah,
our
well,
film, so
apparently so.
clearly
But I
he
think
will
the
predecease us.
the singularity occurs in the next 5 or 10 years, and then we all get housed in like robot bodies
That's
or on
true.
silicon chips or something.
Oh,
So,
man, ideal. Yeah.
Ideal. Yeah. Okay.
A few people already saying I'm cheating, so that's cool.
Good.
Don't know how I've managed that before the quiz had started.
Hacked Jane's
good time.
computer and looked at all the fonts that are
Yeah,
installed.
just wandered over and had a peek.
Okay, all right. I'm going to check my microphone is the microphone I think it is, but I think it is because it literally can't be any other microphone.
Sounds
So-
pretty good to me, but I guess we're hearing it via different means. aren't
Yeah,
we?
that's true. That's true.
Isabel Robson says Comic Sans is dyslexic friendly. There you
Yes. Well, I think that's what you were
Greatest of all
alluding
fonts.
to, wasn't it? There.
Yeah, super easy to read.
Yeah.
It's a
There
good
you go.
font.
Okay. All right.
Comic Sans says Oriol Gonzalez and Dominic Hose.
Yes.
Okay, I think everything is as it should be. It may just be that my mic is not as nice as Mike and Andy's mic.
You sound good to me, Jane.
Well, thank you. Good. Excellent. Well, let's get going. Is Jane using her webcam PC mic instead of her proper mic? She sounds very tinny. All right, Mike and Andy, you amuse the nice people while I just check
All right.
that I'm not...
Mike,
I think...
what is your favourite font?
Gosh. Well.
Is it Jokerman?
No, I don't think it is. I like Arial. I think Arial's just like a strong
From
font.
The Little Mermaid. Yeah.
No, that's Arial.
No, it's Ariel. If you say it in Sebastian's
If you
accent.
say it in Sebastian's like fake accent, then yeah, sure. I think there was a documentary about Arial as well, maybe. I don't know.
Ariel.
There's been a lot of font documentaries, and I have seen more than.
How
more
is
than...
there more than one
I don't
font
know.
documentary?
But Helvetica 2007 was a font entirely an hour and 20 about a single font and how popular it is, and how if once you spot it everywhere because it's used in so many places, like New York subways and shop signs and all that kind of stuff. So
I like Helvetica.
Helvetica's a good font.
Isn't
and
it
you like
very
it, Andy.
trendy, isn't it? Like, didn't that become basically a hipster font?
Wasn't it the
Yeah.
American Apparel font?
Probably, yeah. It's
Yeah.
been used in loads of stuff. You should
Okay.
watch the documentary. It's available to rent or buy for only £3.50, Andy.
There's a documentary that I could rent about the Tony Hawk's games, and I haven't done that. So if I haven't done that, I'm not going to watch one about fonts.
All right.
Okay, I
You
feel-
saying you don't love? Oh, sorry, carry
I
on.
fiddled with some settings. Now, Mike and Andy, I already sound A-OK to you, so it'll have to be
You
the
do.
hive mind that tells us. Oh, chat hive mind.
Right.
Tell me if that's any better.
Yes, Katie Douglas says, "Oh, Jane sounds much better now."
Oh, good.
Okay,
Well, that's
good.
some live tech support there.
Rebecca M, you're no longer tinny, but you are now super quiet,
all right.
presumably because we
Yeah.
eased out the tinniness.
Yeah.
but also some
Mike,
volume.
I even found the source of the problem, and I'll tell you all about it later. And it's going to be a
Great.
very long and boring discussion. About...
Jane, I am always here for a
About
story
audio
about live
plugins.
tech support in the middle of a
Sorry,
live
Jane, I'm going to be watching
Anyway.
a documentary about fonts.
Fonts.
I can't listen to your interesting
Our
talk.
exciting lives. Our lives are so exciting. Speaking of, let's
Brilliant.
get going. Are you ready?
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm so ready.
For
Hit
this-
me
Here's
with
the
fonts. And
widescreen experience, everybody.
I love it.
Get
play
comfy.
along at home, Hivemind. I am closing the chat, so
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
closing
look
the
at
chat
it.
as
Oh yeah,
well.
please
Cheat.
do. Okay,
We will check in with you later.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat because the hive mind can tell me the answers, but cannot tell Mike or Andy
Yep.
the answers because I
I've
run a
closed it.
tight ship here.
The chat is
Type
closed.
non-cheat
Chat is
I
closed.
can't look at the chat. Everybody,
Okay.
stop accusing me of being a cheater. I'm not cheating.
Laptop is shut. Everything's shut.
Okay,
yeah, I'm
great.
going to unplug from the internet.
Yep.
Okay, right. Are you ready for font the first?
Yes.
We're gonna do this roughly easy to hard. So we're gonna start with some nice warm up questions for you now.
Good.
Okay, so
Is the answer Grand Theft Auto?
is that? Do you want to make that your first?
Do you want to
guess?
lock that in?
Do you
Yes.
want to
lock
lock
it
that
in?
in now?
Yeah, I want to lock
Mike's
that in.
locking it
All
in.
right. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna go Mike Andy, then Andy Mike, then Mike Andy as we progress through
Okay.
these. So
So Mike's locked in his
here we
answer.
go. I mean,
Damn it. All right. That
So
is not
Mike,
Grand-
you think that's Grand Theft Auto, do you?
Yeah, it looks like Grand Theft Auto to me.
Yeah.
No, come on. I know what
That's the Sega font, right?
absolutely right.
From the
Okay.
Sega logo.
Let's see.
From the old time. To be this good, Jane,
Yeah.
takes ages.
Does it really? Let's find out. Mike. So Mike's locked in as Grand Theft Auto, and
Damn
Andy,
it.
Andy reckons Sega. Let's see what the answer is. Why not? There we go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Mike, do the thing.
Sega. It's a bit flat actually.
It was like my
SEGA.
Mega Drive was in the room. It's like it lived once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit. Do again, Andy. Let's hear it.
SEGA.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
a little bit higher. Okay, cool. Great.
pipe.
Well, that's our first question, and that is 1 point to Andy with the warm-up round. And
How did you do at
0
home,
to
folks?
Mike.
Did you get it?
Everyone's
Probably.
singing Sega, shouting Sega, saying Sega. It was a good blind guess, Mike, says 90s Pikachu. And Jam Dev
If
sings
it's the answer to question 2, I'm going to be
Sega.
very upset.
All right. What's question 2, Mike? Guess now.
I think you should lock in Grand Theft Auto as your guess, Andy.
I'm not going to do that, though.
Does anyone want to lock in
People-
any guesses? I don't
No.
know
People
why.
in the chat probably accusing me of
don't know why
cheating
you
for not
would.
locking in guesses without having seen the question. Can't believe
How
Andy's
did
waiting
Andy
to
get
see
this
the question.
reputation for being the cheat master
I
on Outside Xbox? How is
Don't
that a
know.
thing? Okay.
No.
All right,
Couldn't
ready.
possibly say.
Let's get ready for question the second, shall we now?
Right.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Here we
Get
go.
away from me, your cursor.
Ooh, easy again.
Really?
Easy again. Yeah.
I
Very
did
straightforward.
worry composing this quiz. Are they all going to be too easy? I don't think they are. I think it does get harder. I'll be very sad if they're all way too easy and you've all just got genius font brains. So
Font recognition brains.
okay, well, since we started with Mike last time with Grand Theft Auto, let's start with Andy for this one.
Well, this is everyone's favourite little circular chomper. He goes by many names.
Does he?
The World Eater, the Fistus, the Great Devourer.
The Marshmallow Lover. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think most know him as Pac-Man.
He's literally in the G of that font.
That's
isn't he?
true.
I mean, no. That's a Pac-Man with a very square jaw.
Yeah, it's
That's the sort of
handsome
matinee
Hunky
idol.
Pac-Man, yeah.
That's like, handsome Squidward
Yeah.
from SpongeBob. Handsome Pac-Man
Let's see.
with his lantern jaw.
Let's see what the computer says, everybody. And it's... Oh, yes, it's original
Yeah.
Pac-Man. There's an
Yeah.
old arcade cab there. Yeah,
Mike, do the sound.
it's too
That's what
high,
he
I
sounds
think. Too high, right? It was lower, right?
It's all these things are like,
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
but it's still pretty high.
And then after he's had the cherry? After he's had the... Wait, no. The magic pill. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And then when he dies,
Iconic sounds. Hey, that gives me an idea for next
yeah,
week's
great,
quiz.
great quiz.
Great work.
Wow.
Great
All
work,
right.
everybody.
Come back next Wednesday, folks, for the video game sound quiz. It's definitely happening.
Okay.
All right.
Andy, you got something on your collar.
Do you-
Man.
Other side.
It's getting at you.
Other
It's
side.
getting at you, Andy. It's
Oh,
right.
it's trapped in your beard.
Okay, all right. I'll stop doing that now.
Wouldn't be the first thing today.
Okay, how's everyone doing in the chat? OG Packboy says amazification. Jane is attacking Andy with the pointer, says Talos935. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. I will never stop. You can't
Tormenting me.
make me. Just forever tormenting Andy with the cursor. Okay. Oh, it's like wasn't it in Nintendogs where you could like play with the?
Oh,
play with
you
the
could like
Nintendo
you
with
could
the
pet them.
cursor.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, like this, like
You could brush their soft fur. With it. Yeah, that's exactly. You can.
just under the chin there, just getting in. Give you scritches. under
This
the
stream has
chin.
already gotten weird.
Who's ready for question the third? Yes.
Me. I am
Okay.
me.
Another easy one, I would think. Here we go.
Okay.
Any thoughts from
Food.
Yeah,
thoughts?
it's burger time.
Yeah, thoughts from Mike. I think. Let's go first.
Did you have to? Did you have to write good food because you were so limited in the number of, or the number of letters in the font, or is it a complete font?
It's because I was very, very hungry.
Alright, fair enough.
Now, what I've tried to do in composing these alternative, they're not even alternative titles. They're a bit like cryptic crossword clues, I think.
I see.
In that they're very hard to relate to the actual item. But I tried to give some recognisable letters. Let's
Oh
say.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I know what it is. Obviously.
Of course you
It's-
do.
It's Doom.
Okay.
And I do appreciate the double O's in there that make it a lot more easy to identify. I think I
Yes.
would have got it even if it had said, something entirely.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
happy fun
if
time.
there weren't any O's, I think it would look like a sort of metal, like like metal
double O's in the
spiky
middle.
font. Yeah.
It does help a lot.
The giveaway.
the
Yeah,
giveaway
if
there.
it said like help people or something.
Yeah, that would be tricky. You'd be like, I don't know.
It's got that thing of the
yeah.
the triangular bits at the bottom as well, which are very.
spiky
Yeah.
font. Okay, do you concur,
Yeah,
Andy?
I
Do you
concur that it is Doom.
It is Doom, is it? Okay, let's find out. Let's go to the
Good.
judges.
Good.
There
It
it
is
is.
Doom.
I was.
Hum E1 M1, Mike.
I'm not gonna hum a E1 M1. It's a MIDI file with many voices. I can't do them all at once.
How come Andy can do it then?
Well, because he's musical. Also, he's clearly played far too much Doom.
I was wearing a Doom t-shirt the other day, and I looked in the mirror, and mirror reversed. It says mood.
Mood. Absolute
And
mood.
I actually would if someone could get on that, I would like a t-shirt that says mood.
It just says mood.
In the Doom font.
You've got the font, Jane. You can make it yourself.
Yeah, but then Bethesda might come after me. So.
They wouldn't
True.
dare. Unless, actually, you don't want Doom Guy turning up at your house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
he's
thank
Soaring
you.
through the front door.
Yeah.
To enforce copyright.
I can't
He's
take
like, I'm
that
here
away.
to
on his
rip
days
and
off.
tear this contract.
I bought a gaming related t-shirt and I'm wearing it right now.
What are you wearing?
It's a Snowboard Kids t-shirt. Look,
Stand up.
Snowboard
Oh.
Kids.
I
That
think
is a
you mean-
t-shirt.
I think you mean
Adorable.
Snowbow Kids.
Snowbow Kids.
Snowbows.
It's a t-shirt that you can buy right now that is for a game that is 27 years old or 23 years old. So there you go.
Katie
It's
Douglas.
always up with the times.
Katie Douglas in the chat says turn upside down and it says wood. You could also
God.
have a t-shirt that says wood.
That's
Right.
true.
It's so versatile. Did you ever read that Dan Brown novel about
Yes.
letters and words that?
About
Cryptology.
ambigrams.
Yeah,
symbology.
ambigrams. There we go. I think
Yeah.
that's what he was getting at.
Dooms
so.
and ambigram.
Okay, third question in. Andy is slightly ahead, but only because of that Grand Theft Auto fiasco right at the top of the show. So let's go.
It's alright, I'll claw it back later on, it's fine.
It's time for question 4.
Car power.
Car power. A little quieter here. Reaction from the.
Easy.
Oh really? Okay.
Easy.
All right. Well, who wants to go first then? Who wants to speak their mind on this one?
I know what
If
it
you
is.
think it's so easy, Mike. I'm not so sure about this one. It looks to me like the Cyberpunk font. The
That's what I think it is.
2077
For what it's worth.
font. All right.
The P looks very recognisable to me.
Yeah, I think it's the C because it's so angular and it's got that little. That's harder though. That's the first one where I've not been like instantly like yes. This one I was like. Also, I think the color is a big factor in some of these. Like if that were yellow, straight away, bam. But without the color, that gave me pause. But I'm pretty sure that's Cyberpunk.
You sure? It's not.
That's what I think as well.
It's not hit sitcom Friends or something.
And if you
Could
put a full stop between every
Put some
letter.
dots in it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's find out. Is it final answers? Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And here it is.
Hey! Okay, no, that was genuinely okay. That was harder than I was expecting.
That's
Like, C does look a bit like an L, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now that I look at it.
Liberpunk.
Should we tell CD Projekt Red that they've got to recall a bunch of boxes?
Yeah, they'll have to
If
delay
you tell
the
CD
release
Projekt Red,
again.
they'll delay it again. So no one say anything. No one
Okay.
point out anything.
No one point out that it looks a little bit like Live
You saw nothing.
Yeah,
Mike,
you saw
say-
nothing.
Mike, say Keanu Reeves' iconic line.
What? Wait. Is it Wake Up Samurai?
Wake up, samurai.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
city
not
to
the
burn.
other one.
Samurai. We got a city to burn.
Oh man, so good.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Absolutely cheers to that.
Ready
Okay.
for plenty of Keanu, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is, we are, how many questions in? 1, 2, 3.
That was 4.
That was a 4th. Okay, nice work,
How
everybody.
the chat doing? Did the chat get
Did
it?
the chat get it straight away?
Chat is
Were they all over
saying yay for Cyberpunk. Liberfunk says N Blue.
Yeah.
The P looks like an F, says more than one person. Does it look like an F? Liberfunk.
It looks like if the F lines
Kind
were
of got a little
converging.
bit squished.
Poorly drawn.
Yeah. Okay, so
But yeah.
Liberfunk 2077 it is.
That's
Nobody
that's really
tell.
interesting how much the color
Yeah.
makes it recognizable though.
Yeah.
Learning
We got a scam email today purporting to be from the social media manager
Oh my God,
for
it was-
Cyberpunk.
it was
and it
hilarious.
was riddled with so many typos that I would not have been surprised if they'd referred to the game as Liberfunk.
Liberfunk.
20.
They,
It was like,
they
I am-
misspelled the name of CD Projekt Red in the title of the
They
email,
gave
which
their
was
job.
my first
They
clue.
gave their job title as CD Manager Project Red. or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
am
they need
CD
someone to
Project
look after
Manager Red.
to put all the discs back in the right boxes.
I'm
So
the
if
CD
you are a
manager.
YouTuber
Yeah.
and you've received that email, Be
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
careful because
Yeah,
it's
go
clearly a
cautious.
scam.
What if it isn't? What if they were genuinely offering us Cyberpunk 2077 code
Review
early,
code,
and we're
yeah.
like, you had a typo in your email, so we assume you're a scam.
Can I just read this one line from it because
Yes,
it really made me
absolutely.
laugh.
Okay, let's hear it.
They're describing the game.
Okay.
Ready to start your journey in a cruel and adventurous world? Feel the unrealistic action, realistic graphics, and exciting plot.
What does
Okay.
unrealistic
Unrealistic
action? I mean,
I don't know. But it's,
okay, all right.
what I love most is the unrealistic action.
The unrealism of it all, the sheer
Anyway,
unreality.
I don't need Cyberpunk review code because I've been promised a lot of money from a Nigerian prince.
Mm-hmm.
And so as soon as I got the money, I'll buy my own copy. Yeah.
Find your own Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready for a new one?
Yes.
Ready for a fresh
a game
one?
that will bring you a lot of emotions.
Speaking of
Signs off. Yeah.
games that bring you a lot of emotions.
Yes.
Brings me the emotion that I shouldn't have said it would be the first one. Damn it.
The unrealistic gameplay. All right.
Well.
Got no idea. No idea.
I think the T is the most distinguishing letter in this
Yeah.
in this particular font.
Well, it's
doesn't
Grand,
have
it's,
the-
it's
it
Grand
doesn't
Theft Auto.
Yeah, it doesn't
all
have
know.
the differing heights though that the. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that's the sort of presentation. When turning a
Yeah, yeah.
turning a font into a logo, of course, is
Quite.
a separate matter, right?
But yeah, I think we've all played so many Grand Theft Auto games that we know the font off by heart, don't we?
Yeah.
Yep,
You know what's really good is the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas theme.
that
It's
is
like
good.
a sort
Are
of
you gonna-
pastiche of the
are you
old
gonna sing it?
G-Funk. I'm not going to sing it,
Okay.
but
Doesn't
I
it
would
have like a?
recommend-
Is it theremin in it? That kind of like.
Yeah, or like that kind
Yeah.
of twangy.
Yeah, I don't know if it
it's
is a
that
theremin.
like saw
Yeah.
synth kind
Yeah,
of that
that's
G-Funk sound. You know, they took from the Ohio players.
I expect a
funky one.
theremin isn't cool enough to be in Grand Theft Auto.
I can't imagine like Dr. Dre in the lab,
playing
like,
with a theremin. Yeah.
Dr. Dre and the G-Funk Pioneers like, doing a theremin. But yeah,
I think
Hey.
I've mentioned this before, but my favourite appearance of a theremin in a game is that it's the level of Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, where you're on a Venus like space base, and the music's got all this kind of like theremin in it, and then you open a door and it's just a Nazi playing a theremin. You can shoot him and the theremin stops playing. It's so good. It's really, really good.
oh, I love it. That's really good.
It's a high-level gag, like a
it's
diegetic,
really-
non-diegetic
I think-
music gag. Yeah,
Yeah, I think most people like maybe wouldn't have spotted it, but
It's-
I really
but
enjoyed it.
Mike's that clever. Everybody.
Is there not a lowercase r in this font?
Why? Oh,
just because the font is uppercase, but all the
I
others
think
aren't.
that is the idiosyncratic styling of this font, which is known as price down, I believe. So let's just check, shall we? I mean, not everyone
Price
in the
jam.
everyone in the chat recognises a GTA font when they see it, and indeed it was a Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
font. They've really stuck with that one, right? It's always been the Grand Theft Auto font.
Well,
They
there you
know-
go. Look,
know
the
branding when they
R
see it.
is uppercase, and the rest is
yeah.
lowercase.
Yeah, and also it has a little kicky, a little leg. It's showing a bit of ankle on the R. Yeah. There we go. All right, well done. That was Andy's 5 for 5. Mike is 4 for 5 in this early, easy part of our quiz.
You either got it or you don't, Mike. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Thea Cochrane suggests guess the game from the MIDI file of the soundtrack. If we put everyone's soundtrack through a MIDI synthesizer and then and test you on that, I think Andy would
Love
be.
it.
I think Andy would do pretty well. Okay, ready?
Maybe that's why Andy should put the quiz together, because he'd be too good at it
Oh.
otherwise.
Okay. All right. This is starting to get a little bit more not obscure, but a little bit trickier, a little bit more nondescript, I think.
Yeah.
In the font styling and the typography at all.
I have a guess,
Oh, do you?
but I want to hear what Mike thinks.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
One day I'll ask you to write down your answers, like old-time
Yeah.
TV quiz shows,
Yeah,
and you
it's
have to
true.
show them.
Seal them in
We
an
can say them at the
Not
same
this
time.
day. Yeah. Well, Mike, do you need more time to think?
Yeah, I do. This one doesn't look particularly familiar to me.
You may ask one question of me.
What genre is
The
it?
question asker. It's a role-playing game.
Ah.
I think I know what it is.
Okay.
The hive mind is all over it, so no cheating, no looking at
Dang.
the hive mind. But the hive mind is on it, nailed it, absolutely right.
RPG.
Do you have a guess, Mike?
No, I don't have a guess. Don't know what it is. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you don't have to say it at the same time. Andy,
Okay.
let us know.
Is it Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines?
It is not Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
I thought I was all over it.
Mike, have you had a change of heart? No.
No,
Sudden
not really.
brainwave? Nothing.
No, sadly
All
not.
right. Okay. Well then, let me tell you what we are looking at right
It
now.
feels familiar, but I can't put my finger on it.
Okay, and here it is.
Oh.
Of course.
It is and always has been the Final Fantasy
Final
font.
Fantasy font.
And the hive mind are just. I mean, do we have a lot of typography experts? A lot of typesetters in the chat because everyone just
You have to watch some more
got that.
documentaries.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, good job to the chat.
Yeah,
That
well
was-
Good job,
That was tough.
chat. That was a tough one. It's
To be fair, I've seen so many of those Final Fantasy logos, and I just
it's not very distinctive. I think it's distinctive, obviously, when it spells Final Fantasy, but otherwise, couldn't
Yeah, I was
say.
trying to look at the kind of L's with those kind of weird. The L's and the E's have some interesting stuff going on, but
This is what happens when I didn't use an F. If I'd put an F in there, maybe you'd have got it. So.
yeah, possibly.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
We should get an F in the chat.
F,
for
F,
my-
F,
for
F.
my
bad we are.
perfect score.
There were actually some Fs in the chat. Amazingly. Okay. Winter McCall says, hi, it's the 2nd of December and
Hi.
my birthday. By
Hey.
which they mean their birthday. So
Yeah,
happy
you're
birthday.
pointing at yourself.
Welcome
Winter
to birthday.
McCall. Welcome to birthday
Happy
times.
birthday.
Oh, I can't believe looking at it now. It's so obviously Final
So
Fantasy.
obvious when you know.
What kind of stupid idiot would not get
Okay.
it?
Well, what kind of stupid idiot could guess this font?
Easy. Easy.
I know.
Really?
Should we say it at the same time?
Yeah,
Let's say it
okay.
at the same
All right,
time.
count yourselves in. Okay.
Okay.
3,
2, 1.
Fortnite.
A little bit of delay there from Andy. Andy was just hedging his bets. Like,
Not hedging ways. Fortnite.
it is
It's obviously
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
It is Fortnite. I'm not even gonna tease the reveal on that one. But I am surprised that it didn't even give you a moment's thought because it's quite like a.
Yeah.
It's just basically an all caps like font.
Yeah, but it's like slightly
It's got
offset.
jaunty,
yeah,
like
it is
sort of-
jaunty. What do you think it says
also-
about the game? What do you think they were trying to say with this
They're,
font?
they're trying to
happy
say,
and
you know
fun.
how Unknown Battlegrounds is really grim and unpleasant. this is like
at us.
cartoony and fun.
Yeah, our letters are different sizes.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Jane, you know what a massive Fortnite head I am. I'm always out there getting my my victory royales.
That's right.
And flossing.
Royales with cheese. That's what
Yeah,
we call you.
you know,
Yeah.
you know it. I'm out there living that Fortnite life,
Can't stop him.
watching
can't
Travis
stop
Scott
him fussing. Yep.
concerts.
I'm sure you were there for the live event that happened yesterday then,
You
Andy.
know
weren't
it,
you?
Mike. I was there all night.
Why don't you regale us with
living it.
tales of what
Just
exactly
vibes.
what happened?
Oh, the Iron Man was there. He was involved in some way. Thor, all of your favourites, and
Mike-
everyone got the points and won. It was
Mike,
good.
tell us about the actual event that happened in Fortnite.
It's something I wasn't there, but it was something to do with Galactus showing up, and there were lots of
That
battle
guy.
buses and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Galactus.
All your favourites,
continuation of the Marvel stuff that's
Galactus
going
and so
on.
forth.
Oh no, Galactus! I thought we put paid to that guy. Anyway, right. Onwards and upwards.
I assume the chat is now just everyone accusing me of cheating
Yeah.
because of your influence, Jane.
Patrick Long says cheetah, chicken dinner.
Yeah, I think it's probably the way that I said the answer before you did that
Yeah,
probably makes you
yeah.
think
It's the little
it's-
pause. Yep. Andy's the best builder you ever saw, says Katie Douglas.
That's right.
That's what we know about your Fortnite play. It's the building. It's the late
That's
game
right.
building.
I remembered that Fortnite has building in it. I fully remembered that.
Andy has never once played a game of Fortnite and forgotten that there's building in it. Yeah.
Please.
Please, Jane. Please. Okay, ready for the next one. Here we go.
I sure am. Oh.
Interesting.
A modest,
I think I know what it is.
font.
I might be wrong.
Modest proposal of font.
Tell me your thoughts, everybody.
Future obviously indicates that it is a science fiction game. A game that of the
indeed.
science fiction.
Also, the font looks futury.
Yes, the font looks future. Why does it look futuristic?
Yeah, what makes a
Explain
font
why you're
futuristic?
getting the futuristic feel.
You were a print journalist, Mike. You know about.
You watch
fonts.
documentaries.
It's got those kind of it's very pared back, and it's got those like smooth curves and very crisp lines, and not a lot of embellishment.
Yes.
It's
No
like-
serifs, right?
Yeah.
Sans serifs.
Sans serif.
Yeah. What's a serif though?
Serifs are the bit
a little
when you
curly
have,
bit.
Yeah, isn't the serif where you have to chisel it out of stone and you have to like put an end on the? Is that not where serifs come from?
I don't know, but what I will say is that they're designed to make it easier to read because the letters guide your eye along them basically. So
okay.
serif fonts tend to be a bit easier to read.
Okay, forget what I said about chiseling letters into stone.
It may be where the origin is, but the point of a serif is to kind of
make it easier to read. Okay, interesting. Right. Well,
I've got a friend who's an artist, and they do they had a exhibition of art which was internet comments chiseled into blocks of stone.
Love it.
To give them permanence.
It looked amazing, like proper masonry work, but like rubbish internet comments. It was good. All right, let's say it at the same time.
All right.
Okay.
I hope I'm right. We might
get
get
count down.
Okay.
And I'll say it first this time.
All right.
Well, but you'll have to say it at the same time. But
okay.
Don't start talking until I do.
I'll count you in. Okay, go on 0. Okay?
I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Go on.
3, 2, 1.
Deus Ex.
Well, I believe that you both agree. You know, like I believe that you both genuinely think that is the answer, and you are both wrong.
Wow.
So wrong.
Oh,
How is that not Deus Ex?
Look at it.
Oh,
it's not the same font.
It is actually
a different font.
It's a font that's used that inspires the logo, but it is actually used in the game more widely as well.
Yeah, on the galaxy map.
Oh, right, yeah, it's the in-game tech.
Yeah,
right. Not the logo
but,
font.
I think that's amazing that you both landed on Deus Ex.
That's the absolutely wrong answer. Yeah.
Did the chat get it?
The chat did actually get it. I saw a lot of Mass Effect.
Interesting.
But I did see here Dominic Coe says I think it's Mass Effect, but could be Deus Ex. So I bet the Deus Ex font. I can't think of it right now, but I bet it's something similar.
It'll be very similar. Yeah, not the logo font, but the kind of in-game font.
It's interesting that we all recognise when a font is meant to look like it's from the future. So, okay, all right. Well,
that's annoying. Yeah, because now that I know it's Mass Effect, I can imagine like dialogue boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's have another look at it then. There we go.
Yeah,
it's like
oh yeah, that's like my emails. I'm checking my emails.
Yeah, Dr. Shaquas is like, hello.
Dr. Shaquas is like, come down, let's get blasted on Sarah Nice Brandy. I'm like, hell yeah.
I'll be right down there, Dr. Shaquas.
I'm like, oh hell yeah, Shaquas, I'll be there in 10 minutes. This is great.
JC says this one is definitely Little Ninja Brothers, which I do not.
I remember a game called Little Ninjas.
Maybe that's it.
Little Ninja Brothers sounds. There was those movies, right?
The three ninjas.
Chris Farley.
And that was about Little Ninja Brothers. Are we getting close, Hive Mind? I don't know. Okay.
Little Ninjas was made by IO, who also made Hitman. It's like an adorable kids game.
Is that right?
Made by the people who also make Hitman games.
And who are... Oh, man. Hitman 3. Did you see the new stuff on Hitman 3? Well, newish.
Pretty.
I suppose it wasn't just like yesterday. And also that Bond game, right? The Bond game coming.
They're making a Bond game. Yeah. It's going to be great.
Are they a big enough studio now that they can make 2 games in parallel? Or...
I think probably if you get the license, you just staff up, don't you?
Yeah, that's
true. Video game projects are like 3 years long. So
yeah.
And
Hitman 3 is basically done. It's basically
it's out just before my birthday. Perfect.
Yeah. What a birthday gift!
I know.
Mike.
Can't wait to get back to the 3 ways to play. That's going to be great.
Well, we might be doing one over Christmas, mightn't we?
No, we might.
We have time.
We might. Let's not make.
I've heard of it.
Well, not a three ways to play, but like a special Hitman video.
We should play some Hitman.
We
should play some Hitman before the year is out.
It has not been 2 years in the making.
You're
building it up like it's some incredible thing.
All right,
it's
here
fine.
we go.
Oh.
Easy says
I
Mike.
said that about 3 times, yeah. But...
All right, chat. What do you think, chat? Here we go. Chat.
I'm definitely not saying my answer first because I do know what it is.
Secret Shootings 2. Interesting.
What do you think,
Okay.
Andy?
Yeah, what are you thinking? Talk us through your thought process.
I'm thinking that the 2 is the big clue here because I really recognise that 2.
But
where
from?
Do I recognise it from?
Where do you know it from? God, you're good, chat. Chat, may I just compliment you on how good you are at entering your mind
I'm also good
palace.
because I know it.
I feel like it's the colour.
Andy,
yes, no, I know.
Andy's stepped into his mind palace. He's gone down the corridor, taken a left into the font chamber.
Yeah.
And what does it say there in that font chamber, Andy?
I think it's because of the color. If this were orange,
Yeah, it's orange. Yeah.
it would have. Yes, it's Black Ops.
Yeah.
Is that
Call
a
of Duty
Black Ops
Black
from you
Ops.
as
Call
well,
of
mate?
Duty
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
Ops.
All right.
Black
let's
Ops
have a
2 obviously is the logo.
There we go. Yeah, the 2 is a dead giveaway, isn't it?
Yeah.
A dead giveaway.
Yeah.
I pondered not giving you the 2 because let's have a look
If you
at
hadn't
it.
given me the 2, I would never have ever got that.
That's true,
Yeah, it
actually.
would've been
The
really
only other really distinctive thing is the A. If you look at it, it's
Yep.
just like
Oh yeah.
a little pointy
Look at
A. Yeah, little chevron. But got a lot of Call of Duty in the chat and also a lot of Black Ops, so I think everyone got it. Black Ops
man, 3
3
right
looked
on the
similar, had like the 3.
Tip of my
you know.
brain.
Yeah,
that
but
one.
with 3 lines, and then Black Ops 4, instead of using the Roman numeral for 4, they just had 4 lines, and
They're
everyone.
like, the Romans didn't know what they were talking about. It was 4 should be 4 lines,
Yeah.
5 should be 5 lines, and so on. Okay. All right, let me just make a note there. Everyone got Black Ops. Well done, everybody. Well done, Mike. Well done, Andy. Okay.
I was really hoping Andy would not get that one, but
Yeah.
Yep. Andy's yet to drop. Well, no, actually, Andy has dropped a point, but only the same
the
point
same point that I
that
dropped.
Mike has dropped. Okay, are we going to see a stumble from Andy? Let's have
Probably.
a look. Okay.
Not on this
Oh
one.
well, not on this one. Not on this one, baby. Yeah. I think I
Well,
know
well.
what this one is, but probably Mike is struggling. So
Harry
let's help
GTT
him.
in the chat says Andy went to his mind palace, also known as chat. You're being,
Yeah,
You're
that
being-
sounds like
you're
where
being slandered in the chat by the hive mind, Andy.
Unbelievable.
Outrageous.
I'm such a
what's
such a
happening to
nice, fair person.
you. Okay.
You know what it is? It's people
What do you
hate
think?
success.
It's jealousy. It's the politics of envy here. On
That's
on
the way to bring
yeah.
chat round to you, Andy.
You listen up, you jabronis. Let me cut a promo on you. No.
Okay.
I'm.
All right.
This is.
locked it in mentally, have
Yeah.
you? Okay. What about you, Mike?
I know what it is. Yeah.
You do?
Do you want me to drop the truth?
Tell us about Mr. Manager. What is he really?
He is really Metal Gear,
Metal Gear Solid.
Is that what you think? Is that what you think, Andy?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Mike, hum the alert theme.
I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game.
That's not
What?
true. Surely
you
that's
have. You
not
must
true.
have.
You lie.
I
Why would
played
you lie?
I played the 5th one, and that's it. Like, genuinely, is the only Metal Gear Solid game I've ever played.
Did you finish the 5th one?
No, it's massive. Are you kidding me?
Not even Metal Gear Survive.
Can't even.
No, definitely not
hearing.
Metal Gear Survive.
You didn't play Metal Gear Solid?
No,
Oh my
never
God.
played it.
I tell you what I like about the Metal Gear font here is that it looks really dynamic, like someone sliced it. Like
Yeah.
someone's
Yeah.
just...
Probably.
Like fired
yeah.
a bullet through it
Oh yeah, all that. Yep.
Probably Raiden came by and was just like
with his,
with his.
vibranium sword.
Oh yeah.
Katana.
It's that split second after Odin gets you with the katana before
And
the
then your
head
body slides
falls
off.
off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Actually, that is
Dun,
probably the
dun,
Metal
dun,
Gear
dun,
game I've played the most of is Revengeance, and it's really good.
Well,
It is good.
you're doing it wrong. All right, that was good.
Okay, let me make a note, everybody.
I just
Okay.
don't have time to sit through all the cutscenes and nonsense. Sorry. I like the running around and the shooting and stuff, but also it's a stealth game.
Yeah, you're not supposed to run around and shoot.
Yeah, you are.
No,
You're in a
you're not.
war, Andy.
You're not in a
or
war.
something.
It's-
You're in a war or something.
I don't know. If I'd sat and watched the cutscenes, I'd probably know whether you are in a war or not. I tell you where I got up to in Metal Gear Solid 5. I got up to the point where you get that sniper who is wearing no clothes and is showering, and that guy's hanging around watching it. And I'm like, this is a ludicrous game. I'm gonna stop playing it.
Mike, you will be ashamed of your
Of my
words and
words and
deeds
deeds.
when you find out why she's naked.
Why is he hanging
Because
around
of
down there watching her
photosynthesis.
shower?
Because he's studying the photosynthesis, probably. I don't know.
Or something. You know,
Yeah.
plants. Yeah.
Hideo
plant
Kojima
Is
is
a
very disappointed
true
in you.
artist.
You've just proven what a dummy you are, and Hideo Kojima is laughing up his sleeve. War Man Forever. Oh boy.
War man
This is the
forever.
same font as previous.
What?
This is the same Black Ops font again.
No, it's not. But it's not far off, is it, Jane?
I'm not making eye contact. I'm not looking
Okay.
anywhere except at the
Alright.
chat. Mike is a hero, says Insier. Shy Violet says Halo. I don't know. James
You know
Harris
what?
says, "What's Metal Gear Solid?" Controversial take there.
Quite.
You know what this is? This is the Batman and Robin font.
It does look a bit like the Batman Forever one.
Not just because it's got the word forever in it. Is this another Call of Duty? Do I just have to guess the specific Call of Duty this is?
I direct your attention to the W. I think the W is
It is.
Yeah. Is it Modern Warfare?
significant.
It is Modern Warfare, I'm pretty sure.
Mike's cocky there, but he deserves to be because actually, yes, it is very much Modern Warfare. There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
Yes.
That reflection, the M reflected as a W.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you turn upside down,
man.
it says Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare, everybody.
Who's ready for Modern Warfare? Yeah.
Well, Andy yet to stumble. Mike hot on his heels, but
I
yeah.
don't know, I've been very uncertain about these Call of Duties. Let me tell you.
Well, we're about
Some
halfway
cracks
through.
appearing in my armour.
So we're about halfway through, and it's almost neck and neck. It is almost level. All it takes is a little stumble, a little slip and fall from Andy there.
All it takes for Andy to answer a question before it's even appeared, and I'll be right back in it.
Well, this
See,
is
I would
when
never make such a mistake, Mike. Because
Welcome
I take this seriously.
to the second half of the quiz, which is all racing games and only racing games.
See, I respect Jane, and I respect the work she put into this quiz. Mike, but I just come out here and just throw wild guesses out there without any basis. Yeah.
Did I mention bonus points for flattery?
Oh no.
Oh no! All right, okay, let's go. Let's go, friends.
Very nice jacket as well.
Thank you.
Oh, I've no idea what this one is. I'm sure Andy's definitely.
I don't know how this ended up in the second half of the quiz. Now that I look at it, so interesting.
What could it possibly be? Let's analyse.
Yeah.
What does this font
It is
say
such
to you?
It says to me Chinese rocks, the
it says
Red Dead
Chinese
Redemption.
Oh no! I made this too easy. Too easy.
But
I know this one in particular because I made our thumbnail for our Red Dead Redemption stuff, which is still. How long has Red Dead Redemption 2 been out? Like 2 years.
2
now?
years.
Yeah. I made that Photoshop of Andy's face on Arthur Morgan and the thumbnail.
So you remember
you
remember it.
Yeah, I remember making the thumbnail, and it's still being used today for Andy's
To this very day.
Morgan Monday streams.
Couldn't even remember the name of the streams.
Okay.
It's
stuff.
either Morgan or Marston. They're all the same, aren't they? Really, these Red Dead Redemption protagonists. They're basically gruff.
Andy's
cowboy guys.
Andy's wounded. Andy will never recover. A savage.
Yeah, whereas
blow.
the many memorable protagonists of the car games that Mike enjoys. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, Race Driver 1, Carman
Yeah.
the 2nd.
Carmen
Yeah,
Jr.
Motor Enthusiast the 3rd. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Motorbike
All
Jones.
strong characters.
I appreciate this font because it looks sort of handcrafted. It's got
Yeah.
like little raggedy edges, like it's someone's cut it out of paper.
Yeah, it
or
looks like or
printed
wood,
it
like
with,
it's a
wood.
wood stamp thing. Or
Yeah,
something.
like a lino
Like a
cut.
wood cut.
I don't know how things are made. I live on the
Or
internet.
it was carved into a tree. The names of two lovers, maybe.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's the origin story of this font, which is, of course, from. Do we have everyone's final answer? I think we
Yes,
have everyone's
Red
final
Dead.
answer. Yeah, okay, there we go. Here we go.
Redly Deadly Redemption.
Redly Deadly Redemption.
Ridley Diddley.
The second.
Deadly Redemption.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean both of them.
Yes, quite absolutely. They know their branding, Rockstar. They're like, we have one font for this series and no other.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Aw.
Points for
It's a good
all, except how we go. Here we go. Next one.
I know this one.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, I thought this might give everyone pause. I thought this might challenge somebody.
It might give lesser
Oh.
competitors pause,
I know.
but not me.
Oh, okay.
I think. Well,
I think you should go on
think-
3 because you might have
I don't-
different answers.
I don't know, but I think I've got it.
You think you have
Yeah.
it? Okay.
All right, let's go on 3.
Sure.
Okay. Exactly on 3. I'll give you a counting. Okay, go on 0.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
World of Warcraft.
Ah, dang it! You guys are too good. Too good. Too
Did you
good.
say, Mike? Did you say Warcraft or World of Warcraft?
Warcraft, it's the same font
It
that
is
has
the
been
same.
for Warcraft since forever. And
but
a
the
true
answer
font
here
specialist would know that. And probably
But the real answer here is World
Whose
of Warcraft,
quiz is
isn't
this,
it?
Andy? I think I was too generous in that I gave you a W and
You
a
gave
C.
a W and a C.
Yeah,
The
W and
W
a C.
gave it away, and then
Yeah.
the C was like, yeah.
If it
Too
was-
generous.
If it was
I
something
like the
else,
H though. Where's the H come from?
nowhere.
Straight out of nowhere.
Straight out
that
of
H.
the imagination.
Oh, I suppose the A has got a similar sort of
yeah, there
sweep.
you go. Yep.
So they just went, yeah, do it for the H as well.
All right, points for everybody. Looking good, folks.
I bet chat got that one. How are chat doing?
How are chat doing? Yeah.
Andy, how are chat doing?
Old Warcraft.
I don't know. And also, even if I were looking at chat, we're there on a delay. I couldn't cheat off the chat anyway. So
Alexander Hansen says, yeah, Old Warcraft has the same font. Of course it does. Of course it does. Chuansis says, so the cry was a distraction. Yeah, I thought I might maybe throw you off the scent with a sort of Far Cry. But everyone knows Far Cry doesn't look like that.
Yeah, it's true.
Everyone knows.
The H looks like the Disney Plus logo to me.
What?
Oh, yeah, the little...
Yeah. So
Does
that,
it?
the little sweep, and then the plus on the end. Put a plus on the end of that bar.
Okay, all right, yeah, no, I
Yourself,
see where you're going with that.
I do love fonts based on logos where they've got like 6 letters and then they've got to guess what the rest of the letters would look like.
Yeah. They're like, oh, the H is probably...
all weird somehow.
What if
wise.
Yeah, what if it's completely different just for James?
What if it's just a weird H?
Yeah, what if it's a Windings character? It's a smiley face or something. It's funny how certain fonts have an affinity for certain genres. You know, like we accept this is what fantasy looks like.
I was trying to do I was doing the thumbnail for yesterday's Morgan Monday, and I was trying to do a sad smiley, and brackets and colons in Chinese rocks are not.
Do not exist.
Well, they do, but they look bad and weird.
They didn't have brackets in Cowboy Times.
Cowboys never used parenthetical statements.
No,
Why
everything
would they?
is a main statement. If you're Arthur Morgan, Arthur Morgan never said anything in brackets in his life. You know.
No, he lives out loud.
Yeah, lives out loud. Yeah, everything's unparenthetical with that man. Okay, here we go.
With that strong cowboy.
With that strong cowboy.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, isn't it? With the O's.
Yeah,
I like how they've just reversed the O to make a
C. It should really
that's
say.
probably it.
And scrubbed a little bit off the way it kind of curves over.
Yeah.
It sort of says glitoy though. Yeah.
Glitoy though.
Yeah. It was a bold assumption on the font maker's part. That
The fontsmith.
The fontsmith. That the C
the
looks
font
like
forge.
that. I have a feeling that everyone's got this, and that maybe I shouldn't have put an O in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, without
I think
the
without
O.
it, I would have imagined it was more fantasy, but the O is.
So I was reading this. I was like going across it quite slowly, and I was like, "Oh my god, this could be." Yeah, there's the O. It's
Wait, hold up. Andy was like, "Let me just read this word letter by letter, as is my habit in things."
It was more because it's the very last letter. I was just focusing on the glitchy.
Yes.
You looked across, and then you got past the O, and then you got to the chat window, and you're like.
Andy's second screen of chat window over here.
Got to the chat window, waited 45 seconds, and then when the answer started rolling in.
Yeah. You know how Andy pauses for 45 seconds before he gives an answer to anything. Well, the chat reckons that the O is a dead giveaway. Marissa J does say Near Automata.
Incorrect. Sorry.
But we're seeing a lot of other answers as well.
It looks like a sort of late 90s alternative like goth band album.
Like Incubus or something. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, early 2000s. Like sort of Evanescence
or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tool,
Yes.
Nine Inch Nails, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I see it. I definitely see it. What else do we see? Here.
There it is.
Mm-mm.
There it is.
Oh! I've only just made the connection that the O in Halo is like it's a ring world, right? I don't know what the dot in the middle is meant to be, because it's not like Halos are built around.
Probably the sun, right? Is there a sun in the centre?
No, Halos don't orbit around anything. Like
if it were a ring, well, shouldn't it be a ring rather than have a big hole in it?
Yeah, that's kind of the opposite, isn't it?
An exploded one, probably, or something.
Yeah, there's probably a fictional reason for.
So
having
you have
a
the same
dot
grasp
in
on
the
Halo lore as you do Metal Gear lore. There's probably a war or something.
There's probably a sun in the middle of a Halo. Actually, now that
It's Master Chief viewed from above. That's the top of his helmet.
But like in the
Master
original
Chief
like, Ringworld novel, I think there's like a star in the centre and it's built around. So that
the original Ringworld novel that Halo is based on. Is this? All right.
By Larry Niven.
Halo's not based on that though, is it?
No.
No, but the idea of a
Yeah. No, I think that may be the case. So,
It's probably some ancient mark, actually. It's nothing to do with the halo.
Oh, it's probably a
some,
glyph
like, Forerunner
of the Forerunner.
glyph.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Or it's like the birthmark that the Chosen One is born with, and it turns out Master Chief has that exact
On his butt.
birthmark on his buttock.
Yeah, on each buttock, one on each one.
Oh, okay, right. Moving onwards. How's everyone doing, chat? Frodo Baggins says that Halo ring would have evaporated if a star was in the centre. Yeah, that is fair. But I think
Evaporated.
well, if you the Halo in Halo is not so big that you could fit a star in the middle without like.
So is it artificial gravity then, or is it centripetal force?
It's probably spinning really fast. We don't know how fast the Halo is spinning.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, interesting.
I'll think on this.
I'm
certainly not going to find out like by playing the games. Oh, this looks tough. I don't like this one at all.
Okay, everyone, think long and hard on this typeface, won't you? While I look at the chat. Rebecca M says if Master Chief had that birthmark in the centre of each buttock, they would look like boobs. Yes, no. Wait, hang on. Let's go back. I think we need to consider this. Yeah, no, they would. They would look a little bit like that.
Indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable
from boobs.
Yeah, there we go. Well, we don't know that's not canonically the case. We've never seen.
Have we ever seen Master Chief's
Chief's buttocks? We surely have
maybe
not.
Maybe that's why the next Halo game got delayed. They're rendering out those master buns.
Those sweet glutes.
This is hard. There's nothing like really identifiable. That
I can't
B,
even place it in,
that
like,
B
an
is a
era.
nightmare. So I'm thinking there probably isn't a B in the game title because
That
is
B is a
terrible.
nightmare.
That is a nightmare B.
I can't work out whether the Y is just bad typography or is it, and again whether they've invented it for this.
Or is it meant to look like something from somewhere, like a rugby goalpost? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, American football. It's
probably
Madden.
probably
99.
Madden, isn't it? Yeah.
I've got a guess. I don't know if it's right. Based on not much.
Okay.
It looks like the sort of font you'd use for the subtitle rather than the actual logo. But I don't know.
Curious.
I'm probably reaching here a little bit.
I'm gonna look at chat.
How are chat doing?
Craig
Have they got
McCune
any
says
ideas?
God of War. And then Annika Brock says that's a B. What if it's not? What if it's not
Allegedly.
a B? What if it's an S or something? Doom or Quake, says
Sold
Victor
me.
Pedersen.
Sorry?
Victor
It's not-
Pedersen
it's
says
not
Doom or
Quake.
Quake.
Oh,
Surprise.
all right. In that case, I don't have a guess.
Says
I was
Deus
going to guess.
Ex.
I was going to guess Quake because of the Y. It's sort of like the Q in Quake.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but it would be more
But-
curvy, like Quake's. font
Yeah.
Or...
Pointless says B looks like a smashed beer keg.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
does.
that's a
Yeah,
clue.
a little bit. Or a hamburger.
Okay. As a graphic designer, I approve this game, says Death Note BB.
Oh, okay.
So it's apparently a good font if you're a professional
Wow.
graphic designer.
Well.
Well. What are we thinking?
I don't know. I was going to guess Quake. It's got a kind of slightly futuristic feel to it. I'm going to say Wipeout.
Imagine you're a typography designer, you're a graphic designer, and you've made a new font, and you're trying to sell it to someone. This is how I imagine fonts work. Where do you go to sell this font? You're going door to door, knocking on doors with your suitcase full of fonts.
I'm not sure this abstract analogy is really helping my
It's
thought
abstract.
process.
It's not abstract. This is how fonts work.
Is it how it works?
Yeah, this is actually how typography works. So.
I don't know.
Okay.
Again, it looks weirdly familiar, but I don't have a guess, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. No guesses from either party.
I don't know.
It's going to be a drop point on both sides. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Oh!
Oh my
What?
god!
Oh!
Wow.
Wow. Oh, that is a garbage font, Xbox.
The B actually is the B from Xbox.
It actually is the B. I can't believe that garbage B is real.
Has it been long enough that you're allowed to say it's garbage? It has been
Yeah, I
quite a
think
while
so.
since we've seen this font in the wild, used in the heat.
I cannot
of battle.
believe that B.
Yeah,
a real thing.
I've been through too many Xbox rebrands to
Yeah.
remember that.
Yep.
That is amazing. I can't believe Bill Gates designed
that
this
to
font
happen.
himself.
Let no one forget that Bill Gates made a B that looked like a smashed beer keg.
Yeah, he's got a B in his name.
Yeah, that's
His
how
initial is B.
That's what his signature. Have you never seen his signature?
Yeah,
That's
what
how
it
he
is.
signed it.
It's like-
That's
It's
how
like
he
a
signed it.
Writes all those
hamburger
checks.
box.
No,
Does look like a hamburger
if
box.
I'd put an X in that, I don't know if you'd have got it, but you probably would have because it would be
If you'd written
conspicuous.
Xbox in it, I would have got it.
I mean, I
but
think.
otherwise-
Yeah, 'cause-
Otherwise, I wouldn't have had any chance.
Oh man.
I did think that Y looked a bit invented, though. Do you know what I mean? Just a bit like.
Yeah. I thought the B looked invented. I thought there was no way that B exists.
This is clearly a game that's never used a B. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mm,
Man,
sorry.
that's
Little-
some bad B.
Little bit of a trick question that it's not a game. It is a platform, but I think it's game adjacent enough that it's not.
So was Sega.
Not fully.
It's allowed.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. All right. Well, Andy's still in front by 1 point.
A slender lead.
Neck and neck, a slender lead there for Andy as we roll on to the next question.
Thanks to all my cheating.
Thanks to all Andy's cheating.
Finally, he confesses.
There we go. A hush descends as our competitors enter
think-
their mind palaces.
I think
What
I
do you
got it.
think, Andy? Andy
Yeah, I
thinks
think I
he's
know
got
what
it.
it
Oh, okay.
Is this one
Confident.
wiped out?
Quiet confidence. Mad Hat Trick in the comments says, I
Oh, no,
think
wait.
you have to resign now, guys. I think we have to rebrand the channel. I think
Wait, no. It actually, this might be the PlayStation PS3, right?
It's the reworked PS3 font.
Yeah.
So not the original PS3 font, but the one they did
Yeah.
afterwards.
I was looking at the P and I thought it was Wipeout, but then all of a sudden it rearranged itself in my
You saw the
brain.
S as well.
Yeah.
You read across to the next
Yeah,
one.
I think it's PS3. I'm gonna stop reading it letter by letter.
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna like, look at the
what
whole
it
thing.
looks like.
Andy reads
Yeah.
very quickly for someone who does read everything letter by letter.
Yeah.
It's astonishing, that reading speed. Just coming back to the Xbox One, Evan Saunders says you should use this font for your channel logo for not getting it right as a sort of
Oh no!
as a
it's
sort of
penance.
punishment outside
We
Xbox.
should keep it. No, we
And
should
it's
keep
like
it the same,
X
but just
and
the
then a
B from that.
with it. Yes,
font.
yes. Yes. Do you think they want the B? Could we have that B? Like, no one's using it now, right?
No.
Could we make it our new logo?
It's so bad.
I kind of like it now. Hang on, let's look at it again.
I don't want to look at that trash B.
You're gonna have to look at it again because I want to look at it again. Hang on.
Hate that B.
There we go.
Horrible.
But what if
Got
we
the
what
little-
if we adopted it? What if we took it in and sheltered
What, and
that
elevated
B?
it back to glory.
Yeah. What if we made it just that's the logo for outside
No, I
Xbox?
refuse.
Just that B. Just the B on its own.
We've rebranded as
We rebranded
B.
it.
Our channel is called B, and this is
Outside
our B.
Xbox.
We're,
Yeah.
we're calling it box.
Okay. All right. Back to
That is-
the
that is
serious
actually
business of telling me what that is.
Yeah, it's play a PS3.
PS3, but the rebrand.
All right. There's
The non-Spider-Man font rebrand.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a concurring answer. There we go. And you're
Yeah.
entirely right. You're entirely right. I thought someone might guess
Yes.
Spider-Man.
P Crank 3.
But then Spider-Man isn't a video game. So, well, I mean, it kind
No,
of
he's
is
a
video
man.
game. You think about it. He's a man.
It's a man
He's
who's also
spider.
a video game.
That is true.
do
That is
things.
true. Yeah, but not Marvel Spider-Man doesn't use that font, right?
No,
No. No.
but the original
just the
PS3
Sam Raimi.
was the Sam Raimi.
Yes,
yeah,
the
Sam
old
Raimi.
Spider-Man font. There we go. Okay, well, okay, good job. Points to everybody. Okay, here we go. Next up. Next up, everybody. Here's an interesting comment here, though, from Damus Paradigm, who says, I think 2001 Xbox were going for the printed circuit board look, because that was futuristic then, apparently.
Oh, okay.
If you
That
reckon
makes
it
sense.
looks like a printed circuit board. It's kind of spiky and angular. Maybe it's meant to
Yeah,
look like
pointy.
electronics or something. So, okay, all right. Oh, heck no. Where do you recognise that from? Where have you read that? What did it say when you read it?
Okay, thoughts on this.
Thoughts, please.
To me, this suggests a horror game
Yeah, same.
Why? Why?
because of the sort of the distress on the letters.
Yeah,
I'm
like it's been
interested.
horrid.
I'm interested in the connection between genre and font family. So
I think it's like someone came up to that font and
Yeah.
it was all nice, and then
Yeah.
they horrid all over it,
they're like
and then it got all messed up.
just kind of like
think-
scrabbled at it. Like,
if you've ever tried to make something and you're trying to find the right font,
yeah.
it's weird how you have an innate understanding of why fonts are wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can go through looking through font, you're like, no.
No.
You
Okay.
may never find the right one, but you know all the ones that are completely wrong.
Okay.
So they do, like, convey meaning and feeling and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
I mean,
Show your workings. Come on, show your workings. Tell me what your
I'm
what's
getting,
in your
I'm
mind,
getting,
Alice?
I'm getting a Resident Evil vibe from it.
Yeah, same. I was looking at the E, but that's the only letter in Resident Evil.
Well,
that
N.
is- Oh yeah, I suppose the N as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Resident Evil does have a kind of like angular font like that, but I
Yeah.
don't know if it's always distressed. I think the original Resident Evil was like chrome or something.
yeah, but this
Weird
is
like
is more of a Resident Evil 7 vibe.
Yeah, I think Resi 7. That's the vibe I'm getting as well. So
Is that your final answer?
yes, yeah.
Let's have a look at the
Be
chat.
right.
Have
The
chat
thing
got
is,
it?
it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, because
That's true.
Yeah.
This screams
For me,
Heavy
at
Rain, says Phoenix.
Oh, interesting.
Evil
I
Within,
thought
maybe,
Heavy-
says Roy Brown.
You see, I
Evil
did
Within
think
would be
Evil Within, but I
pointier.
think Evil Within is A, pointier, and B, less distressed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's have a look. Ba-ba.
Yes!
there we go. Yeah,
Knew it.
Resi 7.
Yeah, it's all distressed.
Yeah.
It's like a zombie got up all over it. Mold zombie.
Yeah.
Just scrambled
Mold
away
zombie.
at it. Yeah.
Jack Baker just scooted across it like a dog.
Oh.
It is like a floor that's been really battered by a lot of like people wearing inappropriate footwear or
But
something
then
like
is
that.
the
Yeah.
stuff below the lowercase version? Because if so, it's very different.
I guess it is I mean, it's similarly like all scrabbled up, but maybe it's a different font.
But
I bet
looks
it's a
like
different
totally
font.
different font, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is that the full name of Resident Evil 7? Is it Resident Evil Biohazard?
Resident Evil 7 : Biohazard.
Biohazard.
Yeah, and in Japan it's called Biohazard 7 : Resident Evil.
Really? Is that the first time
it's
they've
come-
combined the names?
It's come full circle,
There we
yeah.
go.
And now Resident Evil 8 is called Resident Evil 8 Village.
I think it's just called
Resident Evil Village.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. No, 8. I mean, except
But
the-
you
the
can make
is-
an 8 out of it because
Yes.
there's 2 L's.
Yes. Yes.
That's how they title their games now. It's like, can we put a Roman numeral in?
So,
I mean, that's pretty good. Village, having an 8 at the start.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
but then
gift, that's a
for
gift.
9 you'll need something that's IV. Like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Resident
live,
Evil
live.
Intravenous.
Yeah.
Resident
Evil.
living
live,
room.
Living.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, points to everyone. Well done. Well done,
Hooray.
everybody. I'm pleased you got that. I think it is a more modern font than the original Resident Evil, isn't it? It's a bit
Yeah.
more angular and a bit cooler. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, they went. I think they took the line from the R to make that. Was it a K in that or an H you had in there? What was
Hang
the?
on.
Oh heck no! Yeah, the K. Yeah.
Oh,
so
heck
you see, the
no.
K is like pretty heavily distressed.
Yes. Yes.
So I was
Yeah.
wondering which letter they took that from, and
They
I think
robbed
it's
it from the R.
Yeah, I
it
think.
looks
Good
like it.
eye. That is a good eye. Well done. You really looked
Yeah.
closely at your Resident Evil 7 box
wrote it
before
from
you started
something.
playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Okay. All
Resident
right.
Evil 7. I really enjoyed that.
Well. What?
Okay.
I think
What
we've
have
we've
we
worked out
here?
what this one is.
Okay.
By
This one surely has got to be Wipeout.
Wipeout,
By a
yeah.
process of elimination.
So it's eventually got to be Wipeout.
Having looked at every other font in the world, what are we looking at here, everybody?
You can tell because it's got that bloody massive E in
Yeah.
there, and it's like whippy out every time you see. Every time I see
Yeah.
Wipeout, my brain says whippy,
Whippy out.
Until they got to Wipeout 3, at which point it was like whip 3 out.
Yes.
Which looked
Yeah,
really
whip,
weird.
whip 3 out.
Isn't that just someone trying to make a strong password? Someone who was working on Wipeout
Yeah,
at the time, being like, oh,
My
fine.
password is Wipeout. I'm sorry, your password must contain a number. All right, my
Fine.
password is Wipeout.
It must also
Sorry,
contain
I
a
must-
special character.
It's Wipeout with a 3 and an exclamation mark at the end. All right, fine.
Isn't that always it's a special character? Okay. All right. Well, let's have a look. Is that everyone's answer? I mean, obviously it's everyone's answer. There it is. It's actually got more.
Yeah.
In that iteration, it's got more dots in it. So
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's got
okay.
little
little dots.
dots at the end.
Yeah. Go faster, Wipeout. It seems to say.
I've got that VR game. It's amazing.
Is it?
It's really, really good.
Is it
yeah.
not
Like,
sickening? Does it not
no,
make you nauseous?
they've got some really interesting stuff. Like built into the game. If you want like less nausea, you can.
If you want more nausea.
Me myself, I love nausea.
I love nausea. I love
Yeah.
nausea. But if you find it's causing you problems, you can
Okay.
have the cockpit like extend further along the windscreen so that you have less peripheral vision stuff and you're just focused on
Oh.
a window and it's like
Okay.
in game.
Okay. And if you want more nausea, they widen the peripheral
Yeah, you like
vision.
you go on nose cam or something. But it's cool. You do loops and stuff. It's great.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good job, everybody. Points to
Thank
all.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Points for everybody. Okay.
Points, and you get points.
And you get a point,
points.
but who gets a point now?
Oh damn.
Oh.
That's right. You're right. You're right to pause.
I'm right to O.
You're right to O on
It's
this
really
one.
interesting. The one with the emphasized letters, is that?
It is. Well, it is what it is. Let's say. I'm looking at the chat now, and Triggle says, "Please maximise my nausea." So that's how they prefer to play Wipeouts, with maximum nausea. Oh, here we go. Abby Johnson suggests Resident Evil Crucifix for 9.
Oh, yeah.
Because of course a 9 is actually an I and an X, right?
Oh, IX, of course,
Because
yes.
X
yes,
is a
sorry.
10, IX is a 9.
Yes.
So yeah, they're going to have to go sort of Exorcist style horror. Just get rid of the zombies and go for demonic possession. Resident Evil Crucifix.
Works.
Yeah, it
for
works.
me.
It sure works. Meanwhile, inside Andy's brain.
I did have I had an initial, when you just have an immediate gut,
Yeah.
guess,
Yeah.
but the emphasized letters doesn't really go with that. So I'm not sure. How about you, Mike? How are you doing?
Difficult. It's a really tough one. If you don't immediately recognise it, it's really difficult to scrabble through your brain trying to
Yeah.
match it.
I'm interested in the part of your brain that stores fonts, because that is not something that your evolutionary ancestors ever had to store.
C
So,
drive.
yeah. In the little folder, the little
Yeah,
Windows folder that
little
says
fonts
fonts.
folder on C drive.
I'll give you a clue and I'll say it's not Life is Strange, because someone in the comments whose name...
That was going to be my guess. That was my initial reaction, but then I was like, the emphasized letters doesn't.
I
fit with
can't
that.
actually remember what the Life is Strange font looks like. I mean, obviously I know Life is Strange, but it's not in my brain. It's like 404 file not found when I try and think of the Life is Strange font. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up later. What's the vibe you're getting?
I'm getting that sort of. I'm getting detective game.
Yeah, sort of redacted stuff and things like that.
I'm seeing Crash Bandicoot in the chat.
Oh,
Any
okay.
advances on Crash Bandicoot?
Feels not at all Crash Bandicooty.
I don't know why I'm getting detective game, but that's the sort of vibe I get from this font.
Casting back to the Resident Evil font, Samuel Jameson says Resident Evil 6 should be the name of Resident Evil 9
Because it's got an
Probably,
IX in
because
it.
it's got an I and X in
Yeah.
it, which you can't fault that logic.
Jeez.
That's excellent.
It is excellent.
Resident Evil 6 just had a big 6 made out of grim stuff, right?
I immediately
exploding.
scrolled on, but someone said Resident Evil Twix, which gets my vote because I'm extremely
delicious.
hungry for Twixes.
As I understand it, there's a winter spice Twix available at the
What?
moment, and I must track it down.
Is it like
and eat
mulled wine or something?
Don't know, or
that was-
cinnamony stuff.
Howdy is the name of that user. What is? Hang on, you confer while I look up a winter spice Twix.
What is a man?
What is a winter spice Twix? It is the flavour of cinnamon,
Yes.
classic winter spices like cinnamon and nutmeg. Oh, all right,
Nice.
interesting.
Deadly poison.
A sub-lethal dose of nutmeg in a single Twix, so you can't have
The
both
best
sticks.
kind of
You can
dose.
only have one of the two sticks.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't know what this one is, Jane. I've got no idea. And if I guessed, I'd only be wrong.
Can we have a clue? Maybe.
What can I give you by way of a clue? What are you thinking genre-wise? Detective game, you said.
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
I don't know. I think it's like the sort of the mixed fonts gives me that sort of like detective's clue board kind of feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Police procedural.
Okay. I can see where you're getting that from, and I think the
But it's
mismatched
totally
the mismatched letters make me think of like hostage ransom notes.
Yeah.
Cut things out of newspapers. But what can I tell you about this? This is a font that it's a series, has used, but hasn't used uniformly. So it's not like the only font you would identify with this franchise, but you would identify it at the very least with the first game. It's quite an old one.
Oh, okay.
Reasonably old. And there is a grunginess about it.
Definitely a grunginess about it. Have the chat got it? Has
The
anyone
chat has got it. The chat
That's
has got. Well, the
incredible.
chat have
Chat.
got some. Not uniformly. The hive mind
No,
is
no,
not
of
in
course.
total agreement. There is a minority report here of other games. Resident Evil Weetabix, says Kirsten ODW.
Yes.
Perfect.
Painful to watch the deliberation, says Baked Beans. Well,
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
Painful, very
Baked
liberating,
beans.
to be honest.
Okay, what can I give you? I want to give you more
All right.
clues. but I don't want to just
Well,
give you the
apparently it's
answer.
annoying baked beans. So why don't we just say we don't know and we will move on?
Yeah, I don't know. Come on,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Put you out of your misery.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Get ready. Are you ready for this revelation? I don't know
Yeah.
if you are.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, Silent Hill.
Oh, and it is a bad place.
Yep,
it is
yep,
indeed
yep.
a bad
James
place.
Lowenberg
course.
says, "Bad place is a clue." It was right there
Yeah.
in front of you.
They're all clues.
They're all bad places. Yeah.
Wow. That was good. That was a good.
Yep.
That was a good tough one.
It was a
Now
tough
that you
one.
say it. I mean, if it were in red, I don't know if I would have got it, but it would be interesting to have seen if I would have got it in
To
red.
be honest, I only the first one I played was Silent Hill 2, but then I
Which-
probably couldn't identify the font for that. either.
I can't bring it to memory actually. Hang on, let's
No.
have a look at the Silent Hill 2 font now that I'm here. Silent Hill 2. What does that look like? Oh, it's not. It's still a bit grungy, but you wouldn't recognise it as the same font. It's got a lot more cross-hatching for some reason. So,
I see.
okay. All right, well, that's a dropped point, but it's the same dropped point on both sides, so Andy's
Again,
slender, skinny lead
I'm really
remains.
gonna have to pull this out the bag.
Yep. We have only three questions
more.
left in the game
gosh.
font
Okay.
quiz challenge of the week.
I'm impressed that chat got that. Well done. Chat.
Yeah, good job, chap.
A couple of people in the chat said Heavy Rain, and I think, actually, now that I think about it, Heavy Rain is a really good guess, if not
That
I
is
just
an
wonder
excellent
about
guess.
Heavy Rain because it's got that detective-y thing, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's definitely
Heavy
grungy.
rain,
Yeah, you could definitely make the
some
case
say
for that.
dry while others feel the pain.
Okay, right. Here is our third to final
Okay.
quiz.
Through an ultimate, I believe. is the term.
The Threnultimate
Thrill
guess. Here we go.
Oh, those A's.
Yeah, those A's.
Distinctive, isn't it?
Yeah.
But where from? What flavour? What is that flavour of that A?
You
Taste
see
it.
those A's. You do see those A's a lot.
Use your synesthesia. How does it taste? What does it taste like?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. And now simply deduct what
Yeah.
game tastes like strawberries.
Well, the A is distinctive enough that the game must have an A in it somewhere.
Yes.
It would be wild if it didn't, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be wild.
Be a real
It would
departure from the artistic
Be
direction.
a buck wild.
But that is the inverse of the Xbox, the old Xbox
Yeah, that's
contention.
you do
The old
see
Xbox
A's like
only.
that a lot. But
Yeah.
I think
Is it Overwatch?
I have a guess. I have a guess. It might be
Overwatch,
wrong. I'm pretty.
probably.
Yeah, I've got
seen
a guess
this
as well.
I've seen these A's.
No, actually, I
I've
don't.
seen you, Ace.
I've seen you, A. Okay, I've locked in my guess, and I will present it when asked.
Some delicious guesses in the chat. Quite a diversity of guesses in the chat, in fact. In fact, some guesses that match other guesses that makes me think this font may have been used in more than one place, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, who's ready to make a guess?
I will make a guess at the same time as Andy. I'm not convinced it's right, but I don't have anything else, so
Okay.
I'm going to say it.
Okay, Mike invokes the right of simultaneous guessing, as is
okay.
his ancient prerogative. So, 3, 2, 1.
Gears of War.
Titanfall.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I think
Ooh.
you're right, Andy.
I think Mike. No, I think you're right.
No, I don't think it's wide enough to be Gears of War. But I think you might be right with Titanfall. Let's find out.
I think you're right with Gears of War.
And you might want
Both
to
have a
swap,
crisis of faith.
swap answers. Well, I'm not going to let you swap answers.
Okay.
And in fact, the actual answer.
Oh,
GameCube.
what?
Amazing.
But
Oh
Wow.
man.
let's have a look at Titanfall. Hang on, I can't show the chat, but let's have a look. Titanfall logo.
Put it in front of the camera.
Oh, it does look like that. Hang on, if I get it on. I'm not going to do that. But if you Google Titanfall,
All right, I'm doing it.
It's exactly the same A. Oh wait, no. The A goes the other way on Titanfall.
Oh.
The A is left,
right.
right,
The A is flipped.
The A is flipped, everybody.
There you
the
go.
A
It looks like
is mother
that.
flipping flipped. Yeah.
Oh, the Gears of War A is just a regular A.
Ah.
Yeah, and the G, it's wider, I think, Gears of War. Like,
Ah.
all the text, all
So
the
I was-
letters are wide like the Gears of War.
Are you about to say you were nearly right, Andy?
No, I was like, I had the shape of the A was right, but it was flipped.
Yeah,
That's
it sure was.
where I thought I'd seen it before.
Neither of us were sure, and that's why we were asking to swap answers.
Oh,
when actually we were
here's
both
something.
wrong.
A few people in the chat guessed Warframe, and now the A in Warframe is quite symmetrical actually. It's like a it's like a Black Ops A, you know, just like a little chevron. So there we go.
Pretty futuristic font for Nintendo, which is normally like cuddly and you know.
Good going, GameCube. I guess they wanted something angular that suggests a cube.
But then I guess no one bought the GameCube, and then they decided against.
They
I
decided
bought the
more
GameCube.
cuddly fonts.
Yeah.
I had a GameCube. It had a handy carrying handle.
Yeah.
For when you're out and about with your GameCube. How did the chat do? Did they get that?
There wasn't a lot. Benjamin Reback said GameCube, so there was at least one or two.
Very
Marie
nice.
says Game Cub. And
Little Game Cub.
little baby Game Cub.
Adorable, cuddly Game Cub.
Yep. Okay. Right, we've been Ellen, says a guy in the comments. I didn't deliberately Ellen you, but I will accept that. The great honour of it having been an Ellening. All right, here is the penultimate. In fact, someone in the chat said, let me, if I can just scroll back. Someone had the word. Here we go. Samorio Suni says the word is anti-penultimate for third last, Andy. So we've all learned something today.
Pretty sure it's Threnultimate.
Threnultimate.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. Here's the penultimate one, everybody.
I need to concentrate more on the clues. The clues that are literally written in the font.
Yeah.
Hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, I know.
If you like.
Cryptic crossword clues.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
This looks well familiar.
Is it tickling any memory centres? Any neurons firing right now?
But not in any kind of useful way.
Just a sporadic firing.
Just a
random firing.
A thought storm happening.
Marie in the chat says, Jane, don't call me out like that. Marie was the commenter who said Game Cub. Marie, I wasn't meaning to call you out. I thought it was a genuinely adorable comment. I didn't think it was a typo. I thought it was a very nice comment, Marie. So there we go.
Okay, what's this saying to you, Mike? I'm getting like N64 rare game vibes.
It's got also like it's got kind of like horror-y, I don't know, maybe even like medieval. It's difficult though, isn't it?
So if you had to date it, when would you say it was from? Circa when?
I would say late 90s.
Yeah, it feels 90s to me.
Yeah.
What about it? How do you know a font is from the 90s, apart from being
just a
like...
bit
because
overdone,
it just looks extreme to the max. You know what I mean?
Okay, because we live in the age of Helvetica now. Sorry,
it's like new metal.
It is like new metal. You're right. It is the Papa Roach album.
Yeah.
You got me. It is. I can't remember a single name of a Papa Roach album, so that's where that joke ends. Yep.
Yeah.
Last Resort was the name of the Papa Roach album, right?
Was that actually the album name?
That was the song.
That was the song. Okay, all right. Bonus point to anyone who tells me what was the name of the album that Papa Roach is cut. You don't really get a bonus point.
Bug Smash.
Bug Smash is not to the right answer.
It did have a bug on it, though, right?
What was it called?
I feel like it did have cockroaches on it or something.
Yeah, Roach Stamp.
This song first appeared on the soundtrack to the 2000 film Ready to Rumble.
Wow.
Who remembers the film Ready to Rumble?
Oh, it's got the rock in it, right? Ready to Rumble?
I don't know.
Wasn't it? Over here it was called something like Welcome to the Jungle, I think, or something like that.
It's a joint with David Arquette in it.
Okay.
I don't think The Rock is in it after all. It's a buddy comedy film. Anyway, it appears on the album, the second studio album called Infest. Which does have a gigantic bug on it. A roach, you must assume. Anyway, that's a bit of a sidebar.
But is the roach a father?
What if it's a mama roach?
Yeah.
It could be a mama roach.
Uncle
Mama roach, we don't know. There's no way to tell.
I feel like I've stared at this font on like a menu of a 90s
in a mid-tier
shooter
restaurant
or something.
Yeah. And it said chicken tenders.
Yeah. Is content creators a clue?
In a way. In a way. But more to do with the letters than the content, ironically. Than the semantic content of this clue. So, you're both concentrating so hard. I hate to interrupt, hate to push you. I'm getting a few correct answers from the chat, and a few incorrect. Eric Lovecastle also says, "Wow, quick derail." Yep. We took a little detour off the track there, but we're back. We're back in it.
I mean, that R's got to be part of it, right? And the A, I would say.
I would say the C. Look at that C.
Yeah, the C is the C's pretty distinctive.
think it's the C and the S that most says, like, most suggests a date to me. Most suggests a time. Or maybe the T. Maybe it's just anything that's a bit weird about it that you wouldn't see now. Okay, it's not.
It's super familiar, but
It's
again,
not emerging
like,
from your mind palace.
really struggling with this one. So.
Okay, all right. Okay, the chat's starting to get it. The hive mind is cottoning on.
Okay.
Okay, hive mind. Do you have a clue that I can give Mike and Andy that won't immediately give the game away? Because
That's a good question.
I can't think of a clue that they wouldn't absolutely get straight away. Blood Omen says Metabolic Spore 0. That's a clue in that it's not Blood Omen.
Not Blood Omen.
Not Blood Omen. I can tell you that. Gloin King 1 says I could kind of see it as WWF Nitro from the 90s. Definitely places it in time. Okay.
I'm sort of trying to stare through the letters now. It's sort of really
like
weird.
a magic eye.
Yeah, I'm just like.
I could make a guess. I don't know. I mean, it's just what it suggests to me.
Conundrum says the C's are very distinctive, but I think we've already deduced as much.
I don't. Yeah, I think my guess would be wrong. Because...
Oh, here's a clue from Mark T. Says pylons. Does that help anyone?
Pylons.
I don't know.
That's just confused me even more.
Just thrown you for a loop. You're spiraling
I don't think
now.
we're gonna get this one.
Spiraling out of control. Okay, you
Sorry.
ready?
My guesses were based on like the shape of it and the T's and stuff. I was gonna go like Turok or possibly Killer Instinct. That's the vibe I'm getting. Is that like Turok Dinosaur Hunter or Killer Instinct?
Okay.
I don't think it's either of those because they don't have C's in them, apart from Killer Instinct. But
Oh yeah. I was like, oh, maybe it's like Mortal Kombat, but they went backwards and they spelled kill with a C.
yeah,
It's got kind of Mortal Kombat vibe.
Take this, Mortal Kombat with Killer Instinct. Now.
To complete that game, Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
it's a hard C.
Yep.
All
It's
right,
a genius
what
bit
is
of
it?
branding that more games should do. I'm saying there
Yeah.
are 25 other letters in the alphabet. They're all up for grabs. If you're trying to brand your game, just pick a letter and make that
We were
your
playing-
thing.
And really go for it.
Yeah.
We were playing Mortal Kombat 11 the other day,
Yeah.
and it had system messages from the Xbox. Still had C words
Ks,
with a K. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like how have they hacked the system?
It was very disturbing. It was like they'd somehow hacked the system. Like
Yeah.
you shouldn't be able to mess with system messages in that very, very plain system message font. Anyway, here we go. Here's the reveal. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Oh, StarCraft.
StarCraft.
Look at it. There it is.
Of
Look at that C.
course, that C.
Look at that C.
So obvious. What year was StarCraft?
Oh, the original was like 90s, definitely.
Yeah, this is StarCraft 2, obviously, but the original was 90s. Very much. Let's check the year.
I'm not that familiar with StarCraft.
Yeah, I haven't
One.
played StarCraft, so probably you spend a lot of time making pylons or something.
You do. 98 was the first StarCraft.
There you go.
So just
There you
90s.
go.
Just
Hell.
90s.
That's what. Yep.
Yep.
Definitely said late 90s to me.
And then 2 years later, Papa Roach ready to rumble.
I want to have a look at the T in Turok.
You want to have a look
See
at the
how
T?
it
All right,
looks.
let's have a look at the T in Turok. T. Urok is the full
Yeah,
name.
that's got that sort of spiky,
Pointy,
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like a knife.
spiky bottom.
Yeah. But also Turok tells me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it's probably of a time,
fair.
of a certain time. Right. Well, the best you can hope for now, Mike, is level pegging. Is an equal draw.
Right, are we on to the last one
This
now?
is the last one now.
Oh my
The
god.
last
ultimate
one,
one.
everybody.
The ultimate one.
Okay, good job, Hive Mind. Mark T says you must construct additional pylons. Obviously, the iconic line from
Right.
Yeah,
StarCraft.
of course, the famous.
Yes, I know that.
Do you remember the late
I
90s?
play strategy games.
When all you could
you-
say to each other was, "You must construct additional pylons."
Everyone in the playground at school just wild about pylons.
Okay, here
How
we
many
go.
pylons did you construct? 7? No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, my uncle says you can construct.
Yeah, he
My uncle works at StarCraft.
Blizzard.
Yeah, my uncle
He
works
says.
at the pylon factory. Yeah. Okay.
Less impressive.
Now.
Is this not the Metal Gear Solid font again?
Well, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it, if I'd
Yeah.
used
said
it twice? It
I
does
think I know
look.
what it
It
is.
does look like that, doesn't it? It
It's not
does
just the exact.
look a bit like that.
It's very similar.
Do you know what it is, Mike?
I think so.
Interesting. I mean, it's just Metal Gear is just blowing everything else out of my head right now because I'm looking at the Metal Gear font.
And he's trying to think subtly, and it's just Metal Gear very loudly, like dun 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 dun
Just
dun.
yelling in my
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Dun dun dun.
in your head.
Dun,
Oh, so that's the
dun.
alert theme, right?
Dun,
Got it.
dun, 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 dun. Harry O'Dino in the chat says, you must shout, in fact, you must construct additional pylons.
Wow. Okay.
So Andy, you really must construct some additional
Get on it
pylons.
now.
You've got to construct those additional pylons, Andy.
Looks like umlaut, so it's like gritty theatre. Yeah.
Yep. That's what umlauts do to all letters. Oh no, I see what you mean now. It does look like a lowercase u
Yeah.
with like
With an umlaut over
double
it.
dot. Gritty
Yeah.
futur, I guess.
Theatre.
Futur. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, what does this?
Pronounced brutal legend.
Brutal legend.
Brutal legend. What's it saying to you genre-wise? It's definitely a flavour.
I mean,
isn't it? It's definitely
sci-fi.
Historical.
medieval.
Sci-fi, of course.
Scrolls.
Is it Kingdom Come Deliverance?
Yeah. No, that's it. It's definitely some sort of calligraphic font
Yeah.
etched in parchment with a fine quill.
I can't. I can only see Metal Gear. I don't know. Mike has a guess.
think
I do have a guess.
Has a
Shall I
guess.
say it?
I don't have a tiebreaker, honestly. So if Mike gets this and Andy
I think
doesn't,
if Mike gets this, Mike has won because I don't think he really should be Dr. Point for the first one. I think that's a little unfair.
well, that's very
feel
noble
like-
of you, Andy.
Is this a bit of a trick question, Jane?
It maybe.
I think it's the Blade Runner game, and I think it's the Blade Runner font. And I think that's what you've done. You've gone, look, it's the Blade Runner font, but actually there was a Blade Runner game. And it is set in a gritty future,
Interesting.
and that is my guess.
That's a very good guess.
Are we ready for the reveal?
Ready for
Yes.
the reveal?
Ready for the
Ready for the
reveal?
reveal.
Andy has nobly stated his case on Mike's
On my behalf, yeah. very
GTA
generous.
embarrassment at the top of this quiz.
Maybe he isn't a cheat after all.
Pew!
Chat.
Hey!
There you go, hey!
I mean, this is the
Absolutely
movie.
right.
This is-
Nailed
that is
it.
definitely the
yes,
movie,
it is,
yeah.
but it is the same as you say of the point and click adventure game. And
There we go.
isn't it funny how much the Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
like-
I mean, yeah,
Fun.
it's the
But
same
also,
font.
I
Yeah.
mean, Kojima really, let's be generous.
Yes.
Kojima has been very much inspired by many sort of
Yeah,
pop
Sure.
culture.
That's true.
That's a nice way
Iconic
of
pop
saying
culture.
stolen it.
There we go.
No, that's very impressive, Mike. I think you deserve the win for that.
Well done.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Because that is the Metal Gear.
it is very similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is very similar.
Okay.
So there we go. Well, very good. Well
that
done. I think
case-
the real winners were the chat. Hive
Yeah.
Minds nailed that.
Well, to be fair, there are 5,000 of them working collaboratively.
That's true.
To-
Yeah, they are a
towards
literal
the
hive
same.
mind.
It's a very powerful hive mind. It's got great
Did the chat
processing
get
power.
it?
Yes, actually, the chat did get
Wow,
it multiple times. Yeah, even with
It is such a generic. I don't know whether it's become generic because Blade Runner was like a popular movie, but like it's such a generic 80s future font. You know what I mean?
surely Blade Runner did it first, like so many things,
Yeah.
and then everyone's
It
been
just
ripping
it
off
just
Blade
looks
Runner ever
like
since.
it just looks like how I imagine 80s sort of future
Yep.
stuff with that line.
Everything's just been cut. It looks a bit to me like, you know, when your printer runs out of toner cartridge and it starts like printing
Yeah, it starts doing
like,
lines.
lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like it's been sliced by a blade, which is again kind of ridiculous because like they bought the name Blade Runner, right? They bought it from like a totally different script and applied it to the film.
Oh yeah, there was just a movie script called Blade Runner. It had nothing
Yeah,
to do
Right,
with
right.
That's a rad as hell name.
We'll buy the
for a film.
whole
We'll buy the whole script
script.
just so we can use the name.
the name Blade Runner.
On
And in the
our
movie, they're like,
adaptation.
you folks are our blade running department.
Yeah, known
and they're
as
like,
Blade Runners.
do we
Why?
run blades? Are we...
It's like,
Yeah.
of course we call you Blade Runners for obvious reasons. Let's
Harrison
not
Ford is
even,
like,
Let's not
yes,
get into it.
Of
yeah.
course, we
Let's
all
not even
understand.
say why we call it because it's so obvious. Like, yeah, agree.
But we all know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yep. Okay. Well, people have correctly identified that this is the Blade Runner DVD, and not the game.
It is.
But trust me, it's the same for the game.
The game is.
So,
Yes. I never
Yeah,
thought about
so-
that though. That it's meant to suggest a blade.
Yeah, it's like sliced through it.
like it's been sliced through, like by Raiden, like in the
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
Raiden
Like
in the
Harrison Ford's famous katana from Blade Runner.
I'm googling Metal Gear Solid Blade Runner font right
Okay.
now.
All right. And what does it say?
Yeah.
What does it say? That they are the same? Because they're right. It's almost the same.
Kojima is a huge Blade Runner fan, with Snatcher being an
Ah,
homage.
Of course.
And
Yeah, Snatcher is exactly
Blade Runner. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he took that. So yeah,
Yep,
so
yep,
it
yep,
is
yep.
the same.
Well, you'll notice on the Metal Gear font, of course, the initial letters are not sliced in the same way. The M is
yeah.
the M is fully an M,
So clearly,
clearly distinctive.
it's not stealing.
No.
And he's made his own thing.
It's an homage. It's a cinematic homage.
What's
It's
nice
like
about
how you
Metal
can
Gear 1
take.
Sorry, carry on.
It's like how you can take a character with an eye patch and call them Snake. But it's different. It's different if they
Different
look a
from
little
Escape
different
from
to Kurt Russell. Yeah, exactly.
I like that at least with the Metal Gear one, it's like this slice through is only when there's a bit of an element of the letter anyway that is in that sort of top kind of third. So like the R has a missing bit anyway, the A would have a missing bit anyway, the E has a missing bit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, you're
whereas
right.
The T and the L and the M are
That
all
is quite
complete.
ingenious. If we were to compare it, hang on.
Whereas Blade Runner's just got sliced through all the
Yep,
way
yep,
through.
yep. Yep. Okay.
Which
well,
is why it looks like it's got an umlaut.
okay. Good job, everybody. What do you want to go out on? What's your favourite from today? Let's go. Hungry Boy.
Yeah,
Hungry
Hungry
Boy.
Boy.
Hungry Boy.
Pac-Man's
That is a
handsome
nice-
cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is, if we allow Mike his point for not really locking in GTA at the top of the quiz,
Yeah.
that is
Let's
Mike's
call it a
victory.
draw.
It's Mike's victory by 1 point if we allow that he didn't foolishly lock in Grand Theft Auto at the top of the quiz. But imagine if he'd got it right. Imagine if it really was.
To be fair, I would have demanded 2 points if I got it right. So,
Well, in
so
that
I
case,
think let's just call it a draw.
let's call the whole thing off. It's a shameful draw.
Yeah.
Two
Both
losers.
terrible human beings.
No, actually, you got so many right out of a total of 22.
It's good. Sometimes,
Yeah.
if you know it instantly. If you don't know it, it's like scraping the inside of your brain, like you're emptying an avocado out.
Yeah,
trying
I
to
was
work
just
out what the
staring at
hell
that
is going
Black
on.
Ops, that 2 at the end of the Black Ops one. I was just like, it's just, yeah, really reaching deep, pulling that out
Yeah.
of there.
Well
Like I
done,
said, the
good
colour
job.
was the
Colour would have been
was the thing.
helpful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think Silent Hill was very difficult.
Silent
I
Hill
think
was
that
very
was-
difficult.
That was quite challenging, and I really liked it when you both thought Mass Effect was Deus Ex because they do have similarities. So
Yeah, that was interesting as well.
Yeah.
interesting, good times. Well,
I think the original Deus Ex has a much more 90s font. It's one of those.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh
Like
yeah, Let's
like one
have-
of those things with a dot in the middle.
yeah,
and all
very
sorts of-
distinctively 90s.
Yeah, the logo's that weird thing that spins around at the beginning.
Yes. Okay, well that
Any
was.
more comments from folks
Yeah,
before
any
we?
closing comments?
wrap up
Pietro
here?
P says, I live for Andy trying to catch the mouse cursor. So let's a little bit more of that.
Wait,
Just...
where is it?
Oh, it's in your eye. Oh, it's getting right in your eye. Oh, there's a little something on your cheek.
Yeah,
oh,
I've got it.
Oh, it's
I've got
dead.
it.
It's dead now. It's dead now. Okay, it's dead now. It's dead now. Okay. Anyone else in the chat? By the way, says Scott Springman, Blade Runner. The game is available on Good Old Games if anyone wants to pick it up. I actually bought it on Good Old Games. I can't remember how much it was, but it was something. It was bargainous. It was very reasonable, and they've fixed it so that you don't have to install a load of weird patches to make it run. And it is an extremely good point-and-click adventure, and it ages really well because it's a pseudo 3D two-dimensional point-and-click adventure with all its visuals borrowed from the Blade Runner. So it looks lovely.
Yeah. Apparently it was a real pain in the bum getting it to run on modern hardware. So
Yep.
good to support that work, I
yeah,
suppose,
if
preserving
you're-
video games.
If you're hungering for cyberpunk action before a certain game comes out, then why don't you go maybe play Blade Runner the point and click adventure? You could possibly do that. So Bronwyn Elizabeth James suggests guessing the game based on scenery. What if we did all landscapes? Guess the
yeah.
game.
Oh,
from
that
the
might be quite
landscape.
fun. All right, that's a good suggestion.
That'd be good. We've got the sound effect quiz. We've got the landscapes
Yep.
quiz.
We're
We've
knee
got
deep
ton-
in
we've
quiz
got-
ideas.
got
Andy,
great challenge
did you
ideas.
see the thing on Twitter where someone called Bella had been sending Red Dead
Yes.
Redemption landscape screenshots to her local weather channel or something? And
Yeah,
the
wow.
local news segment has a segment called Out and
Out-
About.
Out and About.
In the country, and they were using Red Dead Redemption landscape screenshots
That's
as
amazing.
look at these amazing photos from Bella, which I love very much. That's probably my
That's
favourite thing.
how beautiful Red Dead Redemption
Yeah,
2 is.
convincingly beautiful.
Such realistic action.
Yeah, tactical espionage action.
Yep.
Like Blade
Not
Runner.
like that cyberpunk unrealistic action.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the unrealistic action.
If you weren't here at the top of the
Oh.
quiz, then that may get.
Then go back and rewatch it.
Then
'cause
yeah,
it
you
was
could
very
go
nice.
back and we're not dissing Cyberpunk. It's unrelated. So that's all from Challenge of the Week. Thank you very much for joining us. It is.
Thank you for the quiz, Jane. It was very good.
You're
Thank
very
you for
welcome.
sorting that out. That was some excellent work.
You're very welcome. It is a draw if we accept.
I think a draw is fair.
If we accept the various wrinkles in Mike and Andy's performances, but it is a noble draw, if you like, here on Challenge of the Week. Well done to both of you.
Thank you
I
very
award you both Challenge of the Week crown for this week. You have to
They'll
split
be up
it.
for all to play for next week, probably, when
Yeah.
we do a scenery quiz. I'd
When we
imagine.
figure something else out. What else is happening on Outside Xbox this week? Andy.
There will be.
Oh,
carry on.
well,
Or
Mike. We've got a fun list going up tomorrow, which is all
Yep,
about
yep,
Keanu Reeves, everyone's favourite.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep,
come
yep,
on
yep.
back for that. And
Okay.
then on Friday, something will happen.
Something will definitely happen
Something
on Friday.
Probably
I'm
is
sure.
happening on Friday. Yeah. Cool.
And then next week, it's Cyberpunk week. Happy Cyberpunk week, everyone.
Happy Cyberpunk week,
Assuming
everyone.
they don't delay it on the 9th. Can you imagine?
Yeah, they're like, oh, our font's all wrong.
Yeah.
We just
It looks
realised.
like Liberfunk.
We just realised it says Liberfunk. Hang on, where is it? Let's find it.
Guys, we've gone back and realised that the font from StarCraft is better. So,
Yep. So we've rebranded. Yep. We're now Starpunk,
yeah, Liberfunk.
Cybercraft.
So
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, everybody in the chat.
Thanks, folks.
Dro-
Have a great evening or day, depending on where
time
in the
zone
world you're watching
appropriate.
from.
Yeah,
Just
period
have a
of
great
time.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm going to go and
you know,
smash
kick it
my Advent Calendar beer now, I think, probably.
Andy,
back
do you have
and
an
enjoy
advent
your
calendar?
Wednesday. Yeah,
What's your advent calendar?
it's an Oxventure advent calendar. Jane, perhaps you've heard of them.
I have
They're
heard of
this
them.
cool little D&D group.
How's
think-
the chocolate?
Yeah, how is the
delicious.
chocolate? Is it good?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
great.
good. That's what I like to hear.
I eat it wearing my Oxventure Christmas sweater, and then I take a long draft from my Oxventure water bottle. I'm just living the brand. It's great.
It's like that bit in Wayne's World where Garth's wearing all Reebok stuff.
Yeah, it's that, but Oxventure.
Okay. All right. Good. Excellent.
Cool.
Well, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time very soon for more stuff on
Yes.
Outside Xbox. Say goodbye.
Please press the like button.
Oh,
Let's have
yeah,
a like
wait.
spike.
Let's have a like spike for our joint winners, our dual champions, our twin kings, Mike and Andy. Okay, let's go. 5, 4. No, that's a 3. 3, 2, 1, and
Like spike.
like spike. I'm
Thanks,
doing it
folks.
now. Okay, thanks,
Have a
folks.
great Wednesday.
See you next time. Bye.
See you next time. Bye.